subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update. Hello everyone! Today on Lady Mary Beth, we're in Tomball, Texas. Just north of Houston, I'm taking you inside TEAM Resale, Tomball Emergency Assistance Ministries. We're going to discover their charity resale shop, and I can't wait to take you along. Join me. The purple tent is up, and that means that it is a day to help folks in the community with their rental and utilities. And we know that our shopping dollars are benefiting a wonderful cause. And we get some special deals today. I'm delighted to bring you back inside TEAM Resale, where your shopping dollars benefit the community. I'm looking specifically for a vintage vessel for a hand-poured candle that hopefully we'll talk about in a future segment. And today there are two categories on sale, vintage and housewares, and that includes dishes. Let's get started and see what we can discover in this shop. Half price in the vintage section doesn't happen often. Hope to find some wonderful treasures here. And they often have some unusual finds as well. This pottery piece is fabulous. Love that classic blue with the natural tones. $15 today for a set because it has the matching ladle. And that beautiful pedestal base that's integrated is wonderful. I can see this as a centerpiece. You could fill it with even just fruit, and that would look fantastic on a breakfast table or even on a sideboard. Such great detailing, and it has a pouring spout, which I guess could come in handy for serving soups. And this sold very quickly, as you can imagine. Great deal at $15. And then we have a bit of an unusual item. Ladies' Victorian boots, $25 today. For the collector, that would be a great opportunity, or for Hollywood. It's not something that you see often. Perhaps this was passed down in a family. The laces look to be in very good condition for the age. And I see pops of color here in the window with the colored glass. I see lots of possibilities for fall with the topaz, the green. That could segue into Christmas. Even if you just add a couple of pieces or maybe glassware, that would certainly elevate your table. Mid-century barware is popular with the grape leaves. This might be from Libby. I'm unable to source it. $2 each is a very fair price for 1960s frosted highballs. And these candle holders are fantastic. Look at that beautiful etching. And the gold rim. And they are priced as a set instead of individually, which I definitely appreciate. $8. Very classy. And it goes well with the amber. The sherbet dishes would be great for dessert. And there's the sandwich glass that we've seen before in a previous segment at Goodwill. This picture is fabulous. We'll have to take a closer look at this. You can't beat half price. They have a nice selection of amber glass, which is also sort of a topaz, the birthstone for the month of November. This would be great for fall, and it's $5 today for this pitcher. And as you've seen in a previous segment, you can do lots with the pitcher. It's not just for beverages. Different shades of green here. I see some lighter depression glass plates, mid-century from Indiana glass. And this candle holder is also sandwich glass. That's a beautiful shade of green. $5. I think there's just a single candle holder. I wish they had a pair. And you could just add these to a very neutral setting. You don't have to have the entire collection. A more modern vase here, which could also be interesting. And that's priced a bit higher. It would be $26 today. I'm not sure if it's a certain maker. It's not an item that I recognize. We could call it art glass. Definitely a bit unusual. I like the shades of blue and green. Because not everyone has a traditional home. And this is the very well-known mid-century Indiana glass in the harvest grape pattern. This grape pattern is definitely mid-century with that avocado color, popular in the 60s and 70s. And it is $2 today with a half price sale. And I'm going to pick this up to have a candle hand poured in this vintage vessel. Sandwich glass is highly collectible. You often see it in clear, occasionally in green, and in this beautiful amber color. That is stunning. It sort of serves as a gold, and I can see that even for Christmas. You can add some interest to your table. This is an older Depression glass pattern, $2.50 each. Very good price. I did see collectors here today looking for Vaseline glass. They brought their black lights. And of course the clear is classic. Lots of great options here. And one of my favorite brands of all time, a company where I started my career in the tabletop and giftware industry. And this is a very special collection. A great deal at $45 today for the pair of toasting flutes, new with tags in the original box. And you'll notice the dove of peace. This definitely takes me back to my career start with Waterford. I handled these many times during the launch of this collection. I've always had good luck finding Waterford Crystal in the vintage section of this store. And here we have the Millennium Toasting Flutes, the piece, which was fifth in a series. I bought this entire collection for my daughter who was born in the year 2000, and I will present that to her someday. These are well priced at $45 for the pair, and they were originally $125 retail back in 1999. I like to keep vases on hand for taking to my local florist. This etched oversized vase is a fantastic piece. Here they are getting the sign ready for the sale today. And let's take a look at this vase. I'm thinking you could fit 24 roses inside. Just lovely. And that sure beats a florist's vase. This basket is a classic. You've probably seen this in antique stores and thrift shops. It is made by the L.E. Smith Glass Company from about the 1930s or 40s. My daughter had one of these in her apartment while she was in college, and I thought we would bring that back home when she moved, but one of her friends asked for it, and I just love it when the next generation can embrace vintage items. The Noritake First Blush set for $95. Of course, half price is even better. Love those flowers. Anything pink and green just makes my heart sing. Beautiful back stamp, of course, made in Japan. That is a nice set. You would have enough for coffee and dinner. Lots of teacups, just love it. A classic cake pedestal. You can never have too many, and I do like to keep them on hand for parties, entertaining, and even for friends. If you pick up a cake for their birthday, then you have something beautiful to place it on. A deal today at $15. Just love it. A vintage cake stand is always a good idea to add to your collection, and this is well priced at $15. It was made by the McKee Glass Company. It is the Plymouth pattern, and you will see that thumbprint design. You can also even consider weaving a ribbon through this edging, and it features a rum well. Quite a deal. It's definitely worth looking through the porcelain and glass pieces here. I found some great deals over the years. And getting some inspiration for the upcoming holidays. This 16-inch oval platter I can see even for afternoon tea. You can place cookies or scones on this, not just for dinner service. And if you look closely, you'll see snowflakes in the background. The holly and berry gold platter from Noritake. Absolutely fantastic piece. Milk glass punch cups. I think this could be for hot chocolate as well. And with so many, you could even group maybe 6 or 8 together with your homemade hot cocoa recipe, which is on my website, ladymarybeth.com, and maybe some peppermint swizzle sticks, marshmallows, and you've got a very creative gift for the holidays. And here we have our saucers that go with those teacups. So they're not actually punch cups. Look at that. Now we have the complete story. Even better, $1.50 each. There you go, with a very affordable gift or way to add to your tabletop essentials. This is a pattern you probably recognize from the German flea market, Hofbauer birds. That would be $20 today. The covered candy dish. It's a great piece. I think there's a lot more detail on the lid than there is the bowl, which is a bit unusual. Transferware. This looks like a very old piece. And it's definitely crazed. From England. Love that Castleback stamp. There's just so many different items here in their vintage section. It can be overwhelming, but if you look quickly and you have a trained eye, you can find something such as this Polish pottery. That would be perfect for quiche, or of course a buttermilk pie. Looks to be new. It's highly collectible. You even see this in antique shops. A Victorian wicker rocker. That is definitely an old piece. And that could be an interesting addition, especially if you buy the Victorian boots and you have kind of a theme going. These plates I was very interested in, but then I got distracted. They're $2 each, and then I turned around and half of them were gone. Someone only purchased a handful and not all of them, which I can't understand. And they are so pretty. I wish that I had jumped on them just a bit sooner. And that's the thing about antique and thrift stores. You have to grab it when you see it. And everyday glasses don't have to be from a local box store. You could actually embrace something vintage. The etching is beautiful. Half price at $6 is an even better deal. This would be great for water or iced tea. And I think if you're going to set a table, you should use something that you enjoy. I'm often looking for vintage glasses. I think there is a beauty that you can't find today in box stores. And these are all priced differently. The iced beverage is $6 with a sale today. The wine glass is $2.50. And this unique glass, I'm thinking would be for a shrimp cocktail or a martini. It's $2.50. Think about vintage glassware when you're out shopping. Hand-painted pottery. Let's look at the back stamp. It is Nippon. Very old. You can tell by the back stamp it's even older than some others that we've recently seen. Here's another look at all of those beautiful glasses. And across the way we have some more interesting items. I see some Texas sesquicentennial glasses. And these pieces look to be a bit newer and quite nice. $11 for the platter. Kind of reminds me of the Port Merion Botanic Garden. Interesting. I like a bit of nature in dishes, and this is a fantastic tureen. We'll have to look at the back stamp. Made in Portugal. And they are known for quality pottery. Look at the detail there. Just love it. And that could even be used to store something on your kitchen counter. It doesn't have to be for soup or stew. I like square plates, not necessarily for dinner service, that's not my preference, but for a serving dish. I find it very interesting. Beautiful handle. Salon china made in England in the Sydney pattern. And that's a back stamp I've not seen before. This is a fantastic royal commemorative. Look at their majesties. And a beautiful back stamp, Royal Winton from England. This royal commemorative plate is from 1939 to celebrate King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, that you would probably remember as the Queen Mum. And it has a beautiful back stamp from Royal Winton. A lot of commemorative items would signify a coronation, jubilee, birthday, or special visit. And this is all about Canada. Another wonderful selection of clear glassware. I like the vintage look, and these are dishwasher safe as long as there's no lead content. These have more detail and they're a bit deeper. I think that's perfect for iced beverages. At $3 each, that is an excellent price. You cannot go anywhere retail today and find something half as nice, even for twice the price. You do see high chairs sometimes at antique stores, and I'm very surprised that they have a trio of them here at TEAM Resale. $12.50, you can't go wrong. And some are a little more rudimentary than others. These, I'm sure, were well loved and used over the years. This one is a bit more, maybe it's primitive. And along the baby theme, we have some Beatrix Potter inspired items here. And surprisingly, there are two different back stamps. The two-handled cup is from Royal Albert. And the plate, I'm sure, is from Wedgwood. I do recognize that. And that's a steal, $5 for the pair. Excellent. Here's an overview of the store. And of course, you'll want to go up the ramp and discover housewares, furniture, and Christmas. They have it all here. The housewares section is also 50% off today, and I can't wait to see what dishes we find, perhaps even some great vessels for candle making. The price is right today at 50% off. I've had lots of luck the last few visits. I've actually even found Villeroy & Boch that matches some of my patterns. It's a great opportunity to add some plates, especially one that you could put on an easel, add some interest. Chinoiserie, made in Japan. I love it, for $2. And this Mikasa pattern, I think we've seen before. The gold coin. It would be $75 for 32 pieces, a classic look. You could definitely add some interest to this for any holiday, change it up seasonally. A classic. I think for bridal registry, that is definitely something to consider. And that is their fine china line. Excellent price. And here we have some transferware made in England, I'm sure. Yes, from Johnson Brothers, the old mill. You could place a syrup pitcher on top of that. It doesn't have to match your pattern. This looks to be mid-century. It is made in Germany from Arzberg Bavaria, which is Bavaria. Probably from the 1950s. And this is also vintage, mid-century. Quite an interesting shape. It's made in Japan, Fuji stone, in the Tahiti pattern. Now let's tiptoe through the tulips with this fantastic glass basket. From Fifth Avenue Crystal, it is made in Spain. An incredible deal at $4. I actually did not purchase it today, but I went back another day and they convinced me to take it home. The housewares section is also 50% off today, and you can find such deals such as this Fifth Avenue Crystal limited pitcher with the tulip design for $4. And this goes for at least $35 on the secondary market. It reminds me of all of our wonderful viewers in the Netherlands. A familiar pattern here. This is the Hanover Gold from Marquis by Waterford. This launched in 1994 as a stemware pattern with the coordinating hollowware, bowls, vases, candlesticks, sugar and creamer. A good deal at $3.50, but we did have quality control issues with this pattern. The gold really did not adhere properly. This was made in the Nachtmann factory and there was just an issue with it, and I do see that a lot in thrift stores. And always look down because you might find something fantastic. It's worth a look. I know it's not Wilton Armitage, but wouldn't that be fun for a queso with the chili peppers on it? Great for Tex-Mex. And some beautiful transferware collector's plates. And of course the back stamps are incredible. Wood and Sons. I'm actually headed to Victoria, Canada. I will be there by about the time you watch this segment. Going on an Alaskan cruise, and our last stop before heading back to Seattle is Victoria. Canada is well represented today with these special collector's plates, and the back stamp is Wood and Sons, and that's a company that started in England in 1865, Mr. Absalom Wood and his son, and this fine earthenware company was in production until 1995. Another collector's plate with possibilities. I could see this top design here as a belt buckle. This would be a beautiful pendant. You could isolate some of these designs and create a lovely bracelet. This plate is not chipped, it's in perfect condition. No need to make jewelry out of it, but perhaps if it's a plate that you share with siblings and you inherit this, but you want a special memory of a trip, that would be a way to accommodate several people. The beautiful Hawaiian Islands. Definitely high on my list of places I would like to visit. I know we have some viewers in Hawaii. I hope you are all doing well in the Aloha State. This beautiful transfer plate is of Yosemite National Park. Let's take a look at the back stamp. It is from the Salem China Company, made in the USA. Lots of detail, beautiful colors. This would be worthy of placing on an easel on an entry table. In colorful Colorado, spent lots of time here as a child, especially Durango Silverton, Ouray, St. Thomas, fantastic. Definitely makes me want to go on another vacation. Let's look at the back stamp. This looks to be a newer plate. It is Tuscan English bone china. A collector's plate is a nice souvenir of a vacation, great memory. This St. Thomas plate looks to be rather new, but we know that it is not any newer than 2006 because of the back stamp, Tuscan English bone china. This was a company that started in 1878 in the Staffordshire area of England, and they produced through 2006. And of course, I'm always looking at ideas to repurpose an item, and if this is something that's been passed down or you just don't want to feature a plate anymore, you can certainly isolate some of these designs. The fish, even the ship up top, the compass, I think is fantastic. And you could have a piece of jewelry made, as I have featured on the channel previously with a company such as China Baroque. They also have some nice furniture here at TEAM. And this reminds me of a 1950s sitcom. I just love it. Priced at $300, which is fair. We'll talk more about that. Love the cherry red. And I believe that this is authentic. It is not a reproduction. And a rare opportunity to have something affordable from that era. Even have some storage in the table. It's in great condition. I'm sure this will sell quickly. Look at the nail head trim on the chairs. The design on the table definitely would add interest to your breakfast room. An authentic mid-century dinette set in the fun cherry red. This is well priced at $300. I looked online and reproduction sets are $1,600 and up. This has an extender on either side so you can fit some more chairs around the table, and also a pull-out drawer for storage. This, I think, is a real find. I love Victorian furniture. That's something that you can add to just about any style. It doesn't have to be a house full of antiques. $130. And it has been beautifully upholstered. In that rich red on wheels. And they also have another chair, $150. And you'll see the difference as this is an armchair. And we'll talk more about the design. The Eastlake movement was a 19th century household and design reform from Mr. Charles Eastlake. He was a British architect and writer. This is technically part of the late Victorian period. And we have more dishes to discover. This definitely reminds me of the Portmeirion Botanic Garden. It is the Royal Horticulture Society, and they have lots of mugs. And at half price, this would be a great opportunity to pick up a collection or to use them individually as gifts. Those plates are fun. It is sold as a set. And you'll notice that the bread and butter and dessert plates, even dinner plates, are different designs, which adds interest to your table. It's the Hooker's Fruit pattern. I have seen this, but not too often. And it is fine bone china, made in England by Queens. And here we have an incredible Palais de Thé discovery. Oh, I'm so excited. Absolutely fantastic. I'm quite familiar with this company, and I think we have a winner here. This might just be the find of the day with Palais de Thé. Quite the surprise find at TEAM Resale from Palais de Thés. This is a store that is located in Paris, also Luxembourg, where I've popped in quite a few times. And we have a nice sampling of 9 different teas and sachets, and this is exciting too. I'm going to inquire if this might be half price since it's technically in the Housewares section. Either way, it's a deal. I did look at the use by date. It's 2026, and that tells me it was probably purchased very recently. They have a wonderful houseware section. It's not all about the dishes. They also have flatware, small kitchen appliances, pots and pans, and it's a great opportunity to help those in the community to affordably outfit their kitchen. They even have Tupperware, mixing bowls. You find just about everything here at TEAM Resale. And a fantastic piece of furniture. For $15. This looks to be a custom piece. It's an ottoman, but I'm thinking that could also be for a little nook in your bathroom, maybe where you have your vanity area, because it is a rather low seating. I think it's fantastic. Love the pops of color. And a trunk that looks like it could sail across the ocean, maybe turn of the century. And it's 75% off. It's $200 today. And of course, it is well loved. I find it interesting how folks traveled back in the day. And they were very smart to not get their clothes wrinkled. And of course, they had ball gowns and things that we wouldn't even consider packing today. And they were very well organized. Every inch was used. And here you can hang clothing. And I know there are collectors I've seen in Nashville at one of the antique shops. And this is a favorite find of the day. Some of our favorite Delft. I found some great things here over the years, mostly Waterford Crystal hiding here, including a strawberry paperweight. It's part of my Waterford fruit collection. And today I'm finding a Delft candle holder. This is polychrome because it has multiple colors, and it has that beautiful back stamp, Delft, made in Holland. It is Housewares. It is not part of the sale today, but $3 is still a good deal. A single candle holder also presents well. It can be on an entry table, even maybe on a stack of books. You could have a single candle, very well priced at $3. And brand new in a box is always fun, especially as we get close to Christmas. $3. It's from Tuesday Morning. It was originally $7 there, but I remember seeing this brand sold at some department stores. And definitely look through the Christmas, because you might find that certain item that completes your kitchen Christmas display. They have a perfect Santa pastry chef. He certainly would complete your look. Lots of detail there. and you can nestle him amongst something else from Clotique. Always look at the back stamp. You might find something interesting, even on Christmas items. They have lots of wreaths, wrapping paper, cookie jars, just about anything and everything, including mugs. And this Santa would be great filled with candy canes. And that's from the Omnibus company, made in Taiwan. Kind of like a Fitz and Floyd. For $2, that's a fair price. And always look up high, you might find just what you've always dreamed of adding to your collection. This Santa looks a bit magical, $36. They also have some great Christmas packaging as well, and ornaments that you can place in a crystal bowl. And how about this? Ready to go. Just tie a ribbon around it and you've got some great dessert plates. It could be for hors d'oeuvres as well. At these prices, Christmas is always in season. You can also find discounts if you follow TEAM Resale on social media, and they might even have half price off of Christmas. These plates are from Cordon Bleu. They are well priced at $4 for each pack. You've already got your gift packaging, put a red ribbon around these, and for $8 total, you've got a great gift. And they are happy holidays 4 different ways. You'll see the decoration differs slightly. Look at the antlers. Isn't that fun? Now we've got candy canes and some greenery and stockings. From the Round Top collection, we have a metal stocking. This you can definitely hang outside. It's not necessarily required to be indoors. $6, which is less than half of the retail. Some black and white trees, those you could have fun with. And I'm always looking for the non-breakable Christmas ornaments. Fill a Waterford Crystal centerpiece bowl with these and you've got an easy Christmas look. Nestle it in a wreath and got another option there. They have a large collection of G. Armani figurines. And that's the neat thing about shopping at thrift stores. They get donations, sometimes an entire collection. And for the collector, this is a great opportunity. And they are anywhere from $12 to $18 and up. If there are any collectors out there, I would love to hear from you in the comments. I do spy a Waterford Crystal ornament. I remember those boxes well. And this is from 1992. That's the year before I started with Waterford Crystal. And that's the 12 Days of Christmas. $10 is an excellent price. And you certainly don't need the entire collection. You could just add some beautiful Waterford Crystal ornaments to your tree. It actually has the original card. And they do have handbags as well and some fashion jewelry. You just never know what you'll find. Maybe a Coach bag that you've always been looking for, or something for an evening out. And here are some of the items that I'm taking home today. It's always fun shopping, especially on a sale day. I'm delighted with the tea and, of course, the Waterford Crystal. Definitely an adventure shopping at TEAM. And stay tuned, I have plans for the Indiana glass compote. So glad you joined me today for TEAM Resale, and I got some deals, including that vintage vessel I've been looking for $2. And I did let someone else have that McKee Glass Company cake stand. She saw it in my cart and was definitely interested, and I do have the same one for my mother. And I am taking home the Delft candlestick and, of course, the tea. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Beth. Elevate your everyday with resale shopping.